friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel. Okay friends, I have got to make a little bit of a confession. We had a whole heck of a lot of unbudgeted expenses this past week. If you watched my little haul that I did midweek where I titled it something like I didn't budget for any of this or something like that, you already know we had some unbudgeted expenses. We had even more than what I showed on that haul. It was just a big spending week. So we're gonna get everything tracked. It's really important, especially when you go a little bit off the rails with your budget, that you track absolutely everything. At least it's important for me because it helps me to kind of get back on track, focus. And so we're gonna do it today. I sat down with my credit card statements and my wallet and everything and sort of pre-planned all of my tracking. You can see there was a whole lot of expenses. I color-coded everything to make this pretty quick. We're going to go ahead and lay down all of my stickers. If you are not familiar with the way that I track my spending, I have a calendar layout that I use. This one here in front of me is from my Etsy shop. It's the August calendar, and I use stickers that I make for myself using my silhouette portrait to categorize all of my spending and track every single dime that goes out of my accounts, out of my wallet. It just really helps me to stay on track with my budgeting goals. So I have a little key here along the side that kind of talks about all of my different categories. I apologize for how dark this video footage is, by the way. We're getting some rain here in Southeast Michigan today, which I'm not complaining at all. I know that there has been some terrible weather in other parts of the country and terrible things going on all around the world. I'll take a little rain. But it is making for some pretty dark footage, and I do have my light on, but it's not... that's a little bit better, I think. Anyways, so I track all of my bills in this light blue color. You can see I have my bills here. Food is in yellow, so I'll be using quite a few yellow stickers today. Gas is in pink. My personal spending from my personal money is in this light purple. Miscellaneous goes in green. Extra debt payments go in this dark gray color. Anything other than those things that are still budgeted for goes in orange, and any unbudgeted expenses goes in red. So you are going to see me use some red stickers today. I do have, it's not really red, it's more like a dark pink, but I do have my stickers here in the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull those out to make it really easy on myself to find everything. And I'll go ahead and pull my no spend stickers as well, because even though we went ridiculously over budget and had a ton of unbudgeted expenses, we did have some no spend days as well. I don't need to put in any bills. I don't need to put in any paydays. So flipping back to my calendar, as I mentioned, this calendar as well as a ton of other printable worksheets are available in my Etsy shop. Lots of, you know, budgeting printables. Let's go ahead and get started. So we are looking at the week of August 24th through the 30th. I budget paycheck to paycheck, so the 31st will start a new week for us. So on the 24th, you can see on my little cheat sheet here, there's already some unbudgeted expenses. I needed a new toothbrush. I had a Oral-B spin brush that I've used for years and years. It finally quit charging. It would hold a charge for like 2 minutes and then it would die. I've had it for a really long time. So I needed a new one. It wasn't in the budget. I didn't plan for it. So that is our first unbudgeted expense. I ordered a, what is it? That other really popular electric toothbrush that I can't think of the name of right now. So I'm going to write that in. That was $52.23 on Amazon, and that is unbudgeted, so that's going to go in this dark pink color. $52.23. And then also I ordered a tongue scraper from Amazon as well, and that was $10.59. So it's all stuff I needed. I probably could have pulled some of this out of my household sinking fund, but I happen to know, if I look here at my sinking fund page, that my home sinking fund, well, it has $125 in it, or at least it did the last time I checked in with my sinking funds. So we might dig into there to kind of offset some of these unbudgeted expenses. We'll talk a little bit about my plan for unbudgeted expenses a little bit later, how I'm going to kind of pay for all of these things, because right now these balances are on credit cards. I am not opposed to using credit cards. You guys know that my budget journey here is all about paying off our debt. However, I'm not like adamant against never using a credit card again. I'm not anti-credit card. I just want my debt balances to not be so high, right? Like, I want our credit score to be good so that someday we can buy a home. If a few of these balances have to remain on a credit card for a few weeks until I can pay them off, it's not the end of the world for me. You know, unbudgeted expenses happen. But I'm hoping that I can figure out a way to go into my sinking funds, go into my budget, finagle some things a little bit, and get these things paid off ASAP. Okay, and then the other expenses I have were from my sinking funds. I had a few more little bills come in from our eye exams and all of that. You guys know I've talked a lot in my videos as of late that we had a ton of expenses for glasses and contacts. Eye care is very expensive, even with insurance. So I need to go into my sinking funds for health and see what I have in there so that I can cover and offset these expenses. Usually I do that sort of thing off camera, but I figure, what the heck, might as well do it here. So let me grab my sinking fund folder. So I have my little accordion folder here where I keep all of my sinking funds. I'm just going to go into our medical fund and see what we have. So, we have $20 in there. That's going to cover some of this, but not all of it. So, $20 is going to cover this fee, which was the fee for my polycarbonate lenses in my glasses. So what is today's date? Sorry, I'm all over the place in this video, but this is just how I do it. This is the process. It's a little messy. So today is August 30th. So we are going to take out $20 from our sinking fund for ProMedica, which is our eye place, and that's going to leave us with nothing. So this $20 is going to go into my wallet in my bank envelope, so I know that I need to deposit this to cover that transaction. This has been updated here in my sinking fund. So that's all set and ready. So that took care of this expense. But I still have $9 that would have come out of that sinking fund had I had that much money in there. Since I didn't, that means that $9 is, again, unbudgeted. So that'll go on a red sticker. I'm hoping that this makes sense to you guys. I know, again, that it's all over the place. So that $9 was what I still owed from my son's eye exam and his glasses. Everything now for our eyes has been paid, so that's good news. So that takes care of Tuesday. The only other thing here is I did make this credit card payment that was $57 as expected, and I also paid a huge payment to our Lowe's card on this day, which I want to get put in here with this gray sticker. The amount that I paid, let me just flip to my weekly budget here, was $333. You would have seen me talk about that in my most recent debt update video. If you did not catch that video, make sure you check it out. We made some really great progress on our Lowe's card here in August. So that was Lowe's for $333, and obviously I put my extra debt payments in this gray color. So, and I know I'm going to get questions about where I got these stickers. I made these for myself. They're not for sale or anything, but if you go onto Etsy and you just search budget stickers or transaction tracking stickers, there's lots of options there if you want to do a similar system here. My apologies, that's my phone. I'm going to go ahead and turn the sound off so that we aren't interrupted again. So that's Tuesday. A whole lot of transactions happened on Tuesday. Quite a few unbudgeted expenses. Moving on to Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I spent some of my personal spending money, and I track that. Oops, I just hit the camera, sorry. I track that in this light purple color. I placed an Old Navy order. I got a little dress and a few other little things, and that total was $42.39. Now, if you're not new to my channel, you know that I only budget $40 for my spending money, so already I'm over budget in that category as well. It was not a great spending week, friends. And then the other transaction that happened was from Stitch Fix. I got a Stitch Fix box. If you're not familiar with Stitch Fix, it is an online styling service. They mail you 5 clothing items. You try them on in the comfort of your own home. You pay for what you keep. You send back what you don't want. I had a little bit of credit with Stitch Fix, so I kept this really cute striped sweater with little elbow patches. It was like $50.88, but I had a $50 credit with Stitch Fix from someone signing up through my link. I do have Stitch Fix linked down below in my description box, and if you're interested in trying out Stitch Fix, you get a $25 credit. And if you use my link, I also get a $25 credit. So I had some credit, so my total with Stitch Fix for that sweater was only 88 cents. And let me just throw in a 0 there so I know. So that was my spending, and that was actually all of the spending for Wednesday, thank goodness. Thursday is where we get into a whole lot more unbudgeted expenses. So my son is going to be playing soccer this year. They just formed a middle school team for the first time ever, and it's not even considered a team yet. It's considered a club. They're kind of trying it out with the middle school. They've always had a high school team, which my oldest son played for when he was in high school, but they finally started a middle school team, but I wasn't expecting it, so I did not budget for all of the stuff he was going to need. So we went to a few different sporting goods stores and spent a fortune on Wednesday on cleats and a new soccer ball and all kinds of other stuff. That was that haul that I filmed earlier this week. So yeah, we had Thursday, you can see here, a whole lot of spending happen. So we're going to start out, though, before we get into all of the unbudgeted expenses, we're going to start out with some miscellaneous expenses. My husband went and bought like a furnace filter and a few other little things that we needed for the house. I told him just to take it out of our miscellaneous 20, and actually what he spent was a little bit more than 20, but you know, not the end of the world. So he spent $14.83 for the furnace filter, and then he spent another $9.53 on stuff to build a little frame for the furnace filter, because I guess the frame that we had on our furnace broke or something. I don't know. I just know what he spent, which was a little bit over that miscellaneous 20, so some of that, again, is unbudgeted. Obviously, anything that's over the $20 that we have in that category is unbudgeted, but I will figure out exactly how much we're over budget in these various categories when I do my budget results. And you guys will see that video tomorrow. So that's the miscellaneous expenses. We also did some food shopping. I have a feeling I'm going to run out of space on this day because there was so much spending happening. So we went to Texas Roadhouse for dinner. We love Texas Roadhouse. It was just the three of us, my husband, myself, and our youngest son. My oldest son was out with friends, so he didn't go with us. But that total was $66.05. And everything was so good. So that happened on Thursday. And let's see, was there any other food happening? No. So that was it for food, and now we go back to the pink stickers for all of the unbudgeted expenses. Here we go. So we went to Dick's Sporting Goods to pick up, what did we need from Dick's? Oh, shin guards. We were able to get everything we needed from Dick's, or from Dunham's, with the exception of Austin's shin guards, and then we also picked him up a little headband and a few other little odds and ends. So that was $40.28 at Dick's. And then for Dunham's, we got all the rest of his stuff. So cleats, a soccer ball, I don't even know what else. You guys will have to watch that haul if you're interested. But it came out to $148.75. Oh, there was a water bottle and a gym bag in there as well. And then at Walmart, we picked up a few like soccer snacks and drinks and that sort of thing. Part of that technically could come out of groceries, but again, I already know that I'm over budget in that category as well, so we're just going to throw it here in unbudgeted, and that was $63.91. So yeah, whole lot of unbudgeted stuff happening here. But I believe that that's everything that is unbudgeted for the week. So that's good. At least there's not any more throughout the week. So let me get all these stickers down. So many unbudgeted expenses this week. But you know what? It happens. It's not the end of the world. We will figure out how we're going to cover those expenses. Might take us a week or two to catch up and get everything kind of paid off, but we will get there. You know, kids are expensive. They need things. So that takes care of that. All right. Moving on to Friday. Are you guys still with me here? I know. It's all over the place and it's long, but we're getting there. So for Friday, we just had one transaction. We ordered a pizza. You know, in summertime, I feel like we spend a whole lot more on food and just in general. Once the weather cools down and we move into fall and winter, we spend a lot less. Well, not so much in fall because we have lots of activities and things for school. Winter, for sure, we spend a lot less. We tend not to go anywhere. It's easier, I think, to meal plan and prep lots of stuff in the winter because it's all like super cozy and relatively affordable, like potatoes and lots of like meats and things. We always spend more in the summer. We go a lot more places, so that's more in gas. I think that's just, you know, the way it is. So for winter, when things slow down a little bit and we're at home more, with the exception of like the holiday season, right? We spend a lot less in the winter. So I'm looking forward to that. I hate winter. I'm not looking forward to, you know, cold weather and snow and seasonal depression that comes with winter, but I am looking forward to spending less because all of these summer expenses are just out of hand. Okay, so we are at Friday. As I mentioned, we did order a pizza. It was just so hot. I didn't want to cook anything. Nothing really sounded good. We had soccer practice and it was a busy day. So we ordered a pizza. That was $30.72. So that happened. And then on Saturday, we went and did our grocery shopping, and that was $164.31. I did post that grocery haul as well. If you missed it, make sure you check it out. That was groceries at Walmart. Got everything we needed for the week. It did put us a little bit over budget, I believe, in terms of food, but what else is new? I'm over budget in this food category like every week. And then we did gas. So we stopped at a gas station really close to our house to pump just a few dollars because the gas light came on. And actually it was an interesting story because they apparently had turned on the wrong pump. I sent my husband in to the gas station because that's where we got the pizza from as well. And I told him just to, you know, pay at the pump since he was going in anyway. Or pay in store rather than pay at the pump since he was going in the store anyway. But apparently they turned on the wrong pump for someone else who prepaid, so I was pumping someone else's gas. So I'm like pumping the gas, and all of a sudden I hear people screaming at me like, stop! So I only pumped $9.67 before they kind of figured out what was going on. So we just kind of stopped there, and we figured it all out. It was all good. Normally I wouldn't stop at an odd number like that, but that explains that. It was a very funny story. Me with like major social anxiety was freaking out at that whole interaction, but it was all good. We figured it out, and we were able to, you know, change up the transactions and make sure the proper card got, or the proper person got reimbursed for that. And then we went to Walmart to pick up our groceries. Actually, this... Did I stick this down on the wrong day? Yes, I did. This is supposed to be on Saturday. I was like, that happened on Saturday for sure. So when we went to pick up our groceries, we filled up the tank the rest of the way at the gas station at Walmart, Murphy, because we are Walmart Plus members and we get 5 cents off every gallon of gas at Murphy. So we paid less than $3 a gallon, I believe, thanks to that. So that was another $41 at Murphy to fill our gas tank the rest of the way. So that explains why there's multiple gas transactions on Saturday. Okay, I believe that's everything. Oh, no, I skipped some stuff on Friday. So we'll go back to Friday. Nothing's actually going here into my calendar, but there were some sinking fund transactions that happened that I need to pull the cash out of the sinking funds for. So we had a little bit of an oopsie. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. Friday, it was actually Thursday. Thursday when we went and did all of that shopping at Dunham's. I took my son and he got his cleats and all of that, and we picked up those grocery items. We came home and I pulled into my driveway and I wasn't paying close enough attention. I'm a really good driver, you guys, but I was distracted. My son was talking to me. I bumped my husband's motorcycle with my car and knocked it over. I was horrified and devastated. Luckily the motorcycle's okay. There's a little bit of a scratch on it. And the other thing that happened is the side mirror broke. So other than feeling very ashamed and upset, you know, nobody was hurt. There was not major damage. So overall, it's okay. It was just a tiny little bump, but it was just enough to push it off the kickstand. He has I don't even know what it is. It's a crotch rocket, essentially. And if the way that their kickstands are designed, I bumped the back tire, and it was just enough to push it over off of the kickstand. So, long story short, or actually short story long, he had to order some new mirrors to replace the ones that I broke, and a few other little odds and ends, a license plate bracket or something. So that's all going to come out of our car sinking fund. So I have my car sinking fund here. There's $640 in it, so we can more than make up for how much he spent to buy those things. It's totally my fault. It is what it is. So let me go ahead and add up everything he spent. It was $18.68 plus $27.44 for the mirrors. I don't know what the $18.68 was, just various odds and ends. And then $21.89. So he spent a total of $68.01. I'm just going to pull $68 out of our sinking fund to cover that. So I'm just going to write bike parts minus $68. $640 minus 68 is $572. That'll leave us with $572 in the account. And I'm definitely going to need to make some change. So I have 50, 60, 70 here. Let's see what I can do to make some change. I have this little envelope that I've been stashing 1s and 5s in, just kind of willy-nilly. So let's make some change here. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm going to put this back. I'm going to exchange this 20 for this here so I can do proper change. And I need, what did I say, 68? Yeah, 68. So 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. So this I'm going to go ahead and put with that 20 to put into my bank envelope to deposit. And I'm just going to count this up and make sure that I still have 572. 1, 50, 2, 53, 54, 55, 50, 70, 71, 72. So that is all good. My card has been updated. Everything is covered in that area, so I don't have to put any unbudgeted stickers down for that particular transaction, thankfully. So that takes care of that, and that's all my spending for the week. I think that's more than enough. So we do have a couple of no spends. Well, technically Monday's not over yet. Today's Monday when I'm filming this, but I don't intend to spend anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and put the no spend sticker down. If for some reason some spending happens on this day, then I can always peel the sticker back up. I do print all of the stickers on removable matte paper. I get my no spend stickers from Caffeinated Kate Printables, so that is where those came from, and that is my transaction tracking for the week. Deep breath. We finished it up. So when I sit down and film my budget results, I will add up all of these unbudgeted expenses and kind of figure out what I'm going to do, what my game plan is for tackling these unbudgeted expenses. So you're going to want to be on the lookout for my budget results video, which should go up tomorrow. So yeah, thank you all for bearing with me while I kind of figured everything out and got all my stickers laid down. I'm excited for a new week and a whole new month because August was a little rough with all of this spending. But it's all good. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. The good, the bad, the ugly of budgeting. Make sure you check out my Etsy shop if you're interested in my budget printables. Every dime that I make in my Etsy shop after I pay taxes is going straight to my debt. So if you want to help me pay off some of these unbudgeted expenses, you can order from my Etsy shop. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!